Alright, how's it going, everyone? So today we'll be unboxing this behemoth of a PC. So me personally, I actually have built one PC with the help of a friend who, well, actually he did most of it. I take that back. I meant the other way around. He did most of it. So this is technically my first PC build, actually. So shout out to Reviews, Benny. Thank you for letting me uh, build your PC for my YouTube channel, and hopefully I do a great job. So yeah, so first things first, let's unbox the, well actually let's unbox the motherboard first, because it's, motherboard's kind of the first thing that you need to unbox, because it is usually the first thing um, when you do a build. So here's the build right here, make sure you guys can see it. It's an X570 Aorus Ultra Gaming motherboard. So this one actually is compatible with Ryzen, it's not compatible with Intel. So Intel, it would be considered compatible if, because there are certain brands that if you're new to PC and stuff, I probably sound like I'm speaking gibberish. But if you're not, Intel, you would know that Intel actually is for one certain brand, and then AMD's more of a, well, usually before Intel was a lot better. Get this open. Intel was a lot better usually in the market, but one thing that did change over time was Intel. It appears got a little bit complacent. Damn, this thing's really stubborn. There it is. Can't even get this out. There it is. Get this side. Okay, well, while I'm fixing this, I'll keep speaking about it. So this motherboard, it has complete with it as well. You could put up to um, four sticks of RAM, and RAM is a memory card that is firing at all times whenever your computer is on and functioning. I think I'm trying to be too calm with this. I'm trying to kind of go for it. For this, taking a while. Finally got it. Okay, so I'm gonna open this part. So now it's a little easier. Yeah, there you go. Should just started there. But here's the motherboard right here. It's really impressive looking, honestly. Looks really great. I could actually zoom in a little bit. See. Here's the motherboard. Here, you see the details of the bag. Hopefully the bag isn't covering it too much, but that's the motherboard. This is what we're going to use to, well, this is pretty much the brain of the computer, for those of you that don't know. So be careful with this stuff. A lot of stickers, it comes with stickers as well. Just kind of saying that go with welcome to being a, well, for some people it's their first time being a computer gamer, so you know it's like a, you know, welcome to the club. Comes with the DVD, every cat, welcome sticker. Sticker set. I'm not sure. And of course, hidden in the behind of it, under, has a lot of the parts. Well, these are the plugins that go with it, and then some are going to be extra, for, you know, in case you lose anything, you have to take a risk. It also comes with these small pieces. So it's really, really important to be really careful with all this. A lot of pieces. So actually, that's it for this case. That's it for the motherboard. Make sure my angle's good. Turn it up a little bit. Actually, just open it up. That. Yeah. Okay. So here it is. The motherboard's open. We're about to get started with that. And by the way, guys, first. And by the way, guys, for the pieces that you're gonna need for this, if you are building a PC in real time, you know, you need a Phillips screwdriver, pretty much a 2.0, and a flashlight does help. I have a lot of light in here, so I don't really need it as much. But who knows? You know, I try it just in case. Because I'll suggest anyone doing that for sure. And another thing you should try to have is a wire cutter for sure, for the cable management, and whatever's kind of extra looks kind of wonky. So that's very important to have too. And then here's the SSD. This one I'm actually not going to open because it's one of the later steps of it. But here's the SSD, a 970 Evo. And for my rig, I actually have a 750, I believe. Yeah, I think so, for sure. So this one's really nice. Like obviously it's a big box for what seems to be a small product, but it's really, really, really a beast. So this one, I believe, okay, this is a third gen processor. So this for sure, I know at least has, yeah, 12 cores, 24 thread. Yeah, I was gonna say 16 cores, but 16 cores, the other one, the next, the one after this one, which is like the strongest in the world right now, I think. And that one's about 32 cores, unless it's the 64 one. I think the 64 one's like the biggest, but like more for just servers. Kind of like, let's say Clash of Clans, you know, you have to run servers like, from a company, then that's kind of the only way you need that many cores, because this thing's really, really powerful, you know. This is definitely overkill for if you're just using it just to play. But if you're using it to stream and play, it's still overkill technically, but I would still buy it, is my point. So yeah, and I will explain the price later, of course, how much everything costed, and then by the way, the chips in there, that's a good angle right there. The chips in there, the Ryzen. So that's what's going to go into the motherboard later on. And what? Let's see, motherboard. So after the motherboard goes in, we're going to need the CPU, which I showed you guys. Oh yeah, and one more thing. Also, a knife, you know, pocket knife, whatever, just to cut the boxes, the plastic. And then this right here, this is not necessary in some cases, but it kind of just helps the dust a little bit. I actually have it. You don't have to buy it. It's probably like 80 bucks, but you know, you get the gist. So that's what I have for here. Just want to be extra safe and make sure it's not dirty when I have it ready and everything. So next step would be the Cooler Master, of course. This one's actually a beast. So my PC personally is water cooled as well. This one's actually better than the one I have for sure. It has. Does mine have two fans? Yeah, this one's better. This one has two fans. Mine only has one. So this one's probably a little more pricey, but definitely worth the money for sure. Yeah, so let's take a look at it. I really love opening this type of stuff up. Like it's literally not even mine; it's my friend's, and I still extremely excited to open this, just because it reminds me of like a year and a half when I was already building my first PC. So it's pretty cool. And by the way, anti-static gloves are recommended. Just kind of an extra safety precaution. I mean, these are literally like these aren't that. I'm just saying, I didn't have time to get the ones I wanted, the static gloves. So I'm just saying, if you guys want to, that's suggested as well, but not forced. I think people do all the time without it. It's just an extra precaution. Okay, I'm getting more methodical with this one. So I found it. I'm probably not even opening this right, but it's open. It's damaging anything, so it's like in the box anyways. Oh, see, you got it. Wow. This is impressive. So this thing's a beast. So here you have all that stuff. You have the two fans. Here's the two fans over here. And the top, this bar is like the vent of it, kind of like the filter, kind of just pick up all the dust and all that. Then I get to the more important things. Then this right here, yeah. So this is the master cooler. This is the actual thing that shows, and I believe this one is. I believe this one's LED powered as well. So like, you can change the color. It's whenever on command, pretty much, from either inside the computer with the software, or from a controller. But I believe it's from the computer. This is pretty high end. So got that. That's kind of hot. So I'm kind of like, but so next, these other two right here. Well, actually, you know what? But yeah, I'll save the GPU for last. I'll leave it exciting a little bit. So this right here, this is the power supply. This is literally, well, I think I already said it, but like the motherboard, the first item we opened, that's like the brain of the PC. Nothing, you can't really do anything without it. GPU's like, I would say the second most important, unless you really want to get technical, then I guess the power supply, because you literally can't do anything with the power supply, which is technically the most important. We're just going to come down to it. But, so this power supply here, I was telling him, I ultimately Benny that this is kind of a overkill, but it's never bad to like just you're never too safe pretty much getting a little extra power just in case. It's one of those days like PC's really like especially in the later like years of having it. This one's a gold WA 750 standard, so mine's a silver 650 I believe, or 550, which is that's definitely enough for 550, but he really wanted to do the best he wanted to get the best that he could get, so that's good. Because I definitely am probably gonna get a big, like I'm the type of person that'll be like, that's overkill, but just to say like that, just to be like, the max truthful, I guess. But I honestly I would do the same exact thing and get a 650 watt one. Okay. Oh, I kind of like this. I like these cases. They're really nice. Check it out before I open it. EVGA. It's backwards, but it says EVGA. But yeah, open this up. Actually, no, even the case is mostly just wires. And the power supply is well, you saw the box. It's like literally a box, and then you connect all the wires. So a lot of extra ones. There's gonna be. But yeah, got that one. This one over here as well. One's the last three items. So this is technically you don't need to get this, but I regret not getting one right off the bat. But my budget was about $1,600, so I really didn't have the extra money to do this. But this is a 2 terabyte Seagate Barracuda. So this one's it's like it goes in the slot on the side of the computer. Well, it's in the computer, but it's like not connected to anything pretty much, except like one thing in comparison to everything that's embedded within the systems. So this one's an external hard drive. This is just to carry extra data like for games. Games haven't really hit the PC. I believe Call of Duty right now is about 350 gigs, and that literally takes up 3/5 of my regular power storage for my my SSD, which I'm going to show next section for those of you that are wondering. And here's the Trident Z. So this one here, this is I believe we got 4 sticks of RAM if I remember correctly. Let's see, DDR4, yeah, DDR4 stuff, yeah. Yeah, I believe you got 4 sticks around. That's really great. That's really good. That's awesome. And they're really high end too. And of course, they're compatible, like I said, with the Ryzen. Not with Intel. With Intel, this would not work. It would be pretty disastrous, actually. You try to do that with that. So this one that's pretty much just that, pretty much. And then, last but not least, the GPU. The GPU is technically not installed last. Well, kind of goes both ways, but sometimes not installed last. So this is the GPU. This thing's a beast. This thing, I'm guessing you bought it for about $840 maybe. With the current market, these get sold out in about 5 minutes, so this is really, really good. It's GeForce RTX 2080 Super, and it's by NVIDIA, and NVIDIA is really taking over the game right now. NVIDIA is really like in charge right now of the market. NVIDIA is worth a lot right now. Their stocks right now are worth like $500 if I remember correctly. They're really killing it right now, even in the stock market, which is what I'm into for some part of my life. For weekdays. And yeah, let's open this up. I'm excited. So this thing appears to have, oh yeah, it does have 3 fans. Yeah, mine had 2 fans when I got mine. It had 2 fans, and yeah, the third fan, what it does is it lets you go to higher powers pretty much, being able to overclock more and more efficiently. Not just with more power, but also like doesn't get as hot. And here it is. So actually, I said last but not least, but I just forgot about the case. I need to open the case actually. You guys can see it. We're choosing an MSI product. Okay, so here it is. I'm excited to show you this. Check it out. The glare kind of makes me. Look at that. Really astounding. Honestly, this is really nice equipment. Honestly. There. In the case, last but not least, is probably the hardest to open. Besides the motherboard, of course, that was really, really bad. Oh my gosh. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Casey got, honestly. I'm excited to show it and see what we got here. So right here, the way you're supposed to do it is it has the foam under it, so that's used as like a cushion. But I'm just gonna go towards this way just in case, even though I know for sure it's part of the wall. Make sure carefully. Make sure that the cushion is holding it when you're taking it out. Sometimes it's going outside. Well, that's what the cardboard on my side is too stuck up. Last step of the video. By the way, thank you guys for being so patient. I know I did well in my last video. I'm not for another video. My apologies for that. And, yeah, this it came out really nice. I think it's actually red, but just you guys pick up before I end the video and check it out, guys. I don't mess with it too much, so I'm gonna show you guys the glass. This is like the look of it. It's actually on the side right now, so I could actually turn it this way. You can see the full product. Or I dismantle this thing and build it once again. So what you see right here has all these, wow, this is nice. 4 built-in fans. 2 in the back. See that he's not messing around. Okay, and by the way, guys, if you guys are building a PC, make sure not to peel off anything until you're done with the build. I know it's tempting, but trust me, just don't do it. And on top there's a filter, by the way, right here. Just clean it off every once in a while, or with the duster that I have. You get one of those eventually, and invest in one of those. Yeah, really great stuff. I'm excited to do the build. Whoever I do have on Instagram or Twitch, I'm gonna be doing this build live. So yeah, it's gonna be great stuff. And, but no, thank you for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, if you're on Instagram or Twitch, feel free to watch me build this thing. And yeah, thank you once again, Refuse, for letting me do your build. And yeah, see you again.